Les Invalides. Here, I should be able to cross the moat easily.
The debt was no longer sustainable, Your Majesty. Your mechanical revolution has changed the face of the kingdom, but the coffers are woefully empty.
The debt, Monsieur Necker. This debt that you and your banking friends helped to create for your own benefit, and which is now forcing us to levy new taxes. Will my subjects be able to bear another tax?
Yes, Your Majesty, as long as it is distributed fairly. The representatives of the nobility, the clergy, and the Third Estate must come to an agreement. That is why we have convened the Estates General. Tomorrow you are to preside over the opening ceremonies.
Your Estates General. Nothing good can come of it. You have roused the spirit of rebellion. All I hear about are their damned cahiers de doléances. My rightful enjoyment is being challenged. The streets of Versailles are teeming with loudmouth fanatics with sacrilegious thoughts. Tell me, Monsieur le Ministre, have you purposely set this army of the unwashed against me?
Your Majesty, I have always been your most faithful servant.
Beware, Necker. Beware. I have a surprise in store for anyone who dares attack my throne.
Dear Suzanne, take my hand, please. Don't let them take me away. No. Oh no, this has to stop. I don't want to be tormented anymore.
That is not my intention. I have come to rescue you.
Rescue me? But what on earth are you?
It is of no importance. What did you see at...
I had frightful visions, rageful, and it was cold enough to curdle the blood. Oh, it's impossible to describe. All the rage and anger. I was in another body, I think. So big, so powerful. And there was this commanding voice, ordering me to spread terror and death. Did I really hear it? Or did I momentarily lose my mind?
Who are you, monsieur?
Don't you know? I'm Jacques Necker, Ministre des Finances. Well, I was before I was captured. But this situation suggests that the king has decided to dismiss me from his service.
What does he accuse you of?
My alleged connivance with the Third Estate, no doubt. And most of all, for having been the first to ask to convene the Estates General.
How and when were you captured?
When the machines attacked, I went to hide not far from there. In the egg, but we didn't stand a chance. They overran the nave, wantonly. My wife, my poor wife, she wasn't able to escape. I'm sadly convinced of this. As for me, my life was spared only so I could be tormented. What is the meaning of all this?
What will you do now?
There is no future for me in this kingdom. I need to find a safe place where I can prepare for my departure as soon as possible.
I will take you to the Cordelier convent. You will be safe there.
À la bonne heure, she's back.
Aegis, what a joy and relief to see you again.
Monsieur,
Welcome to our stronghold. I'm sure that everyone here is aware of the great debt we all owe you. As you can see, the most exhausted among us are growing stronger.
While the most determined are already planning our counterattack.
I did not expect to see you all.
4 days ago, the representatives of the Third Estate gathered in a tennis court. They swore not to separate until they had established a constitution for the nation. But that was not the only oath we swore. All the honorable men who were at Versailles, representatives and patriots, members of the Club Breton, secretly swore to meet here if they were dispersed.
You, Aegis, have allowed them to gather once again. Though unfortunately many are missing, we still have hope.
Where are the monks?
They are secluded in their quarters, praying for the salvation of the people of...
Why did you choose to meet?
It was my idea. Voyez-vous, no other retreat inspires such people. Et puis, truth be told, this building has always felt...
For 2 whole days, the patriots in the quarter consolidated the outer... No automat has broken through our defenses yet.
However, we bear no illusions. We are weak, we are divided.
And we are unarmed. Without you, without your warrior strength, we have no chance of turning things around.
You are sent by heaven above, Aegis. From now on, you may consider the Cordelia Convent your headquarters and a welcome refuge.
We must speak, you and I, in private, if you please. Monsieur de Lafayette must not hear a word of what I'm about to tell you.
What do you mean? You all seem to be certain that I will use my strengths to serve your cause. Are you forgetting that I have a task to accomplish?
Not at all, madame. We all know and support your plan to free Monsieur de Vaucanson. That is why I've taken the time to think of a way for you to get to the Bastille.
I am listening.
There is a patriot in Paris whose pamphlets have aroused Monsieur de Lafayette's ire. His anger is so strong that the poor man had to disappear to escape arrest. I know that he is secretly hiding in the quarries in Montmartre. A labyrinth he is said to know like the back of his hand. If anyone can help you navigate the obstacles that keep you from the Bastille, it is the elusive Monsieur Marat.
Very well. I will go and find him. Monsieur Necker.
I owe you my life, madame. So I am embarrassed to ask you for anything more.
Do not fear.
Suzanne, my beloved wife. I cannot bring myself to accept her death. Despite all the evidence, I still hope to see her alive again. I need to be sure. Mon Dieu, what have I done to deserve such a fate? Why has the king sworn to destroy me? And all that I hold dear, after everything I've done for him, my abnegation.
Why would the king owe you anything?
I dedicated my life to the kingdom as his minister. I refused to accept any remuneration for my services, and I personally filled the king's coffers with 2.5 million bonds in the Caisse d'Escompte, which the king keeps in a tailor-made armoire. He stores all his secrets there. I'd wager there's enough in there to... You must retrieve these bonds post-haste. They must not be used to allow this madman to build more...
Do I have any chance of opening it?
Don't even think about it, madame. Despite your incredible... It was designed precisely to that effect. I suppose that its contents were too unofficial for the honest minister.
Who has the key?
The king does, that's for sure.
Anyone else?
How could I know? His shadow would... Now that I think about it, there's a rumor that has been going round at Versailles for a while now. It's said that Monsieur de Mirabeau used to come and go as he pleased at the Tuileries, that he oversaw diplomatic missions for the crown. Not in any official capacity, of course. Who knows? He might know more about this matter than I do.
I will ask him. I will look into what happened.
Bless you, madame.
Where should I start my investigation?
In the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides. We were separated in the Église Sainte-Marie.
I shall be off.
You are the only hope of seeing my beloved wife again, and of foiling the plans of the clockwork tyrant.
Monsieur Necker.
Madame? Eh bien, do you...
I'm not done in...
Don't give up, I beg you. Remember, the last time I saw my poor... That's in the... As for the...
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
Aegis, I'd like to talk to you about my research. Do you have a few moments?
Certainly, mon père. I am listening.
I've carefully collected the testimony of our... But then I compared them with the observations made during my investigation of the man who calls himself Cagliostro. I came to quite the shocking conclusion. I believe, like clocks that never need winding, they get their energy from the soul. They drink from the anima essence that permeates the purgatory described by Monseigneur de la Fare. These machines feed on the dead. The greater the massacre, the deeper the river where they slake their thirst.
Is there any way to stop the bloodshed?
I believe there is always hope, Aegis. As long as I remain free to pursue my research, I keep thinking about the three Nemes. These echoes.
The alchemist?
Precisely, mon ami. And this leads me...
What have we to fear from an alchemist who died nearly 4 centuries?
Not him, per se. Rather the heretic who was exploited...
What do you fear?
What do I fear? Nearly 2 months ago, the king forbade anyone from setting foot inside the Église Saint-Jacques de la Boucherie, near the Hôtel de Ville. He had the priests forcibly removed. They hardly even had time to save the church's sacred relics. Since then, only our Father in heaven knows what they've been doing there, hidden away from the people of Paris.
Oh dear. Flamel's tomb.
My thoughts exactly, Monseigneur. Legend has it that Flamel was buried with his lapis philosophorum.
What is the lapis?
The Philosopher's Stone. Where do I begin? No one knows its true nature. Or even all that is known is that it is said to grant... Its very existence is questioned, of course. But if it's true, just imagine what sinister purpose the king and his accomplices might find for it. We must elucidate this matter at any cost.
Where is this?
In the church's crypt. The priests... But now they're no longer there to protect it. We need to know for certain.
But how? There are automats everywhere.
Aegis,
Oui, mon père.
will you help us get to the bottom of this?
Did you not say that it was impossible to enter the church?
There is perhaps a solution. The penitence door behind the Châtelet leads to the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. It's only opened on Good Friday, but this year, I had the honor and good fortune to lead the procession. Here is the key.
Goodbye, mon père. Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
the clues I found at the warehouse suggest that...
Diable! You must find a way.
The clues I found at the warehouse...
Diable! You must.
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier. Monsieur Bailly.
Mademoiselle, I am very pleased to find you here with us within the shelter of these walls.
I found a document written in a script that I was unable to read.
Let me see. Ah, je vois. These pages were written using some sort of shorthand. A variation on Taylor's system, no doubt. I'm wont to use it myself from time to time while jotting down my ideas as they come.
What does it say?
It's a bit difficult to decipher. Je crois. I believe it's an autopsy report. The author writes that the subject died from a large dose of prussic acid.
What is prussic acid?
My apologies, Aegis, but you should ask Monsieur Lavoisier.
Goodbye, Monsieur B. Monsieur Raymond.
Aegis, it was very unwise of us to leave this. It is a miracle that we got here.
What do you want to talk to me?
Have you ever heard of the club?
No, monsieur.
It's an association that meets at the Hotel de Massier. Those from Saint-Domingue. And they are waging a war of influence to keep the slick. They worship nothing but money. Regrettably, my interests... 2 months ago, I was in Le Havre when I overheard a conversation. But if they are to be believed, the Club des Esclaves sans sommeil. It's hard to say what this could possibly, but I fear they plan to administer some foul drug to their slaves. Our organization will not let these poor souls endure such a hell. Aegis, we must look into this.
You speak of greed, Monsieur Raymond. But could you enlighten us?
What exactly do you accuse me of, Monsieur de Robespierre?
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls?
I fight every minute of every day to improve.
If that's the case, then why wait? Free them. You preach abolition, yet you continue to line your pockets at their expense. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established colonial order because your entire...
It's easy to criticize from atop Mount Olympus, Maximilian. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? I would be condemning them to the most abject misery.
Any reform, revolutionary or not, must be taken step by step.
This reform is not so difficult. I've begun it myself. There you will not find slaves, but workers who earn a weekly wage. And my plantation is no less profitable.
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing.
Monsieur, calm yourselves. What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is... We must find out more about this plot to create sleepless... Aegis, you are the only one who
Monsieur de Mirabeau. Minister Necker claims that you...
That old story. This, madame, is nothing but an infant. To what do I owe the
I must get hold of some documents.
What luck could resist?
Minister Necker said it would...
Well, let me think. After all, a lock is nothing that can resist the expertise of our... Why don't you ask him for help?
I'll be sure to do so.
Now, who else might... Oh, there's Monsieur Lavoisier. I'm sure he'll have no trouble
Good.
Now, if you'll forgive me, I haven't...
You are forgiven.
In that case, it...
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you?
I would like Dara.
And
I need
gunpowder. Do you think...
Oh,
Mirabeau? Where is the animal?
he has left.
Eh bien, if I could inspect the safe, but given...
I understand. What is Prussic?
It's a volatile
What?
Oh, though...
A deadly put.
Aegis?
The clues I
Diable.
The clues I found at the warehouse.
Diable.
The clue.
Diable.
Goodbye, Miss. Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening.
I have an...
Get to the facts.
Madame de Polignac. She made no... So now I'm...
Seigneur. What happened?
That remains to be determined. The evidence points to an ambush by the Duc d'Orléans.
How the hell did they...
This ambush could not have taken place without an accomplice.
A plague on Orléans and his
That still remains to be seen. 3 of them lost their lives.
Excellent. I bet it was my hurt. But why the hell haven't they reported?
Only they could tell you that.
Would you be so kind as to go and find them? My hussars are stationed at Les Invalides.
I went to the meeting point. I had
Get to the fact.
That's
Egbert.
only...
With my...
Goodbye. Monsieur Necker.
Madame?
Has anyone seen Monsieur de Mirabeau?
My respects, Mons.
I didn't expect it. We missed the path.
Goodbye.
Allez en paix.
How was your search at the Vaucansons' home?
I saw this letter refers to
I know the place. One day, Eugène and I was a startling, almost frightening. The spot is on the edge of the garden.
Miss
Où est-il?
He has left.
Excuse me, that's mad.
Intriguing.
Eh bien.
No.
I have it on good authority that he's the even if they were...
Why is...
This makes...
The locate... A statue...
That's right.
Lanterne des morts.
What do you mean, Mr.
Lanterns of our ancestors. Today are some...
That makes... I'm not... And the dead...
You. It followed.
Come now. If we knew...
Take a look. I found it by the fact...
Let's see. Yeah, this... break... I can't... You should ask my colleague. He uses...
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you?
Where can I obtain...
I had some, but my I can't... You should ask... He uses...
Goodbye.
How is your research on Nicholas?
I have done nothing.
Don't forget the churches.
Goodbye. Monseigneur.
What can I do?
Goodbye.
Allez en paix.
Did you go to the Remember,
What is the aim?
we published our number and we have... But it was Monsieur...
Good old Brissot.
Yes, my last...
What?
According to this book...
Naturally.
You are...
I haven't been... I left my most trusted... I came to France with the... I was of the... Alas, later, and then... Mon Dieu, what it is...
What?
We are... But, yeah,
I hope...
See... Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening. Get what?
That's
Ekbud.
only the
With my
good. Monsieur Necker.
Madame?
Monsieur Necker.
Madame?
I-
Double that. Have you located Athanasius?
No.
Look.
Would you happen to know?
Sulfuric acid combined with, but I don't know. You, of course.
Goodbye. Antonius' hiding place. A fight took place here. Antonius. What unusual names. Whose king could this be? Perhaps the guests at the Cordelier can enlighten me. Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
Franciscus Antonius.
Francois, hold on. Of course. That's the master. The affair took place during the reign of Louis. I was still a young boy. But it caused a stir all over the country.
I doubt that it has anything to...
I don't know.
Monsieur Necker.
Madame?
Do the names Francis...
No. Nothing. I'm very sorry that...
How is your research?
I have done nothing.
Don't forget that the church isn't far.
Franciscus...
Let's see. Francois... No, that doesn't mean anything to me. Désolé, ma chère.
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
What can I do?
Do the four names Francis... Go on.
Franciscus Assisiensis, the founder of the order. I'm sorry, Aegis, but that's...
Monseigneur.
What can I do?
Goodbye.
Allez, on paie.
Did you go to the Hotel de Massiac?
No.
Remember,
I found a cane inscribed with the name Franciscus Antonius. Does that mean anything to you?
no. I'm sorry.
Monsieur Levoix.
What can I do for you?
Do the names
No, nothing really.
Francois...
No, I'm sorry.
Where can I...
I had some, but I can't tell. You should ask. He uses it.
Goodbye. Monsieur B. Does the name...
I imagine that we're actually looking, but no matter how hard, I'm afraid it doesn't ring a bell.
Monsieur B. I have not...
As I said,
Goodbye. Monsieur Neck.
Madame? Maybe.
I-
That's in the... As for the...
Monsieur Lemar.
I'm listening.
I get much... This... That's still three of them.
Excellent. But why the hell
Only they could...
would you be my...
I get much... That's...
But my...
Good...
How is your research? Don't forget the church is...
Good...
Did you go? Remember.
Si- Monseigneur.
What can I do for you?
Goodbye.
Allez, on paie.
Monsieur B. I have...
as I...
Goodbye. Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I...
Where...
You...
Good... direction. I should be able to find a way in. I have already passed by the Église Sainte-Marie. I can get back there quickly from here.